Okay guys, it's Justin with California Grenadiers. It's a review time. So the good guys over at CATuned hooked me up with this, their new shelf slide. It's pretty cool thing. Pretty sturdy. Made out of some thick gauge aluminum here, so it kind of saves some weight. It's got these nice side panels here with some mole type holes and other drilled holes so that you can put elastic cord in to tie things down. Those are also found throughout the panel, the main drawer. It's on both sides. Then underneath these brackets, they flip the D-ring downwards, which seems more logical, more useful that way. There's also this little shelf here that you could use as a little storage compartment. So it's braced pretty well, pretty solid. It's on both sides. And then it's got these legs here for support. They go up and mount here on both sides. And then this is about how much space you have in between back seat and the whole unit. So it's flush back there. That whole thing is flush, but you've got about, looks like maybe, I'd say 2 inches of space between the back seat and the slide. Now here's the slide function. Locks into place. These are rated 150 pounds, I believe. So this slides out and locks into place. It's a neat feature. It makes it so you could unload stuff a little easier. You can reach in there. And the other nice feature of it is that if you want to, you can take this completely out, so then you can transport bigger items. If you're going to the hardware store or something, or you got a lot of big containers, that's pretty useful. It's got slots everywhere so you can tie things down. So it's a pretty cool product. Closing it back up one-handed is not ideal, but it's okay. Locks into place good. Other neat feature is that they designed this bracket right here to be kind of flush with that window shelf, so you kind of still have the use of that. So that's nice on both sides. Now, some concerns for me. So that space here, you know, in the stock configuration, that space is perfect. It's fine. But as a lot of you know, the back seat of the Grenadier is straight up and down, and it's really uncomfortable. So I did order these brackets, which I had on before I installed. It allows the seat to kick back like about 2 inches, which makes it insanely more comfortable. But this shelf does not clear. It hits right here. You can see where my seat got a little bit damaged there when I closed it. It did close, but it contacted. So that would cause a lot of rubbing, shaking, rattling, damage to the back of the seat. Not huge damage, just scratches, you know, but it would probably cause the shelf to rattle. So that's one concern. The other concern is, you know, these shelves, these slides are rated for 150 pounds, but the machine screws holding it in, there's 4, which I'm sure is sufficient for lighter weight stuff. 150 pounds. I don't think I'll carry 150 pounds, but I could imagine potentially under load and serious off-road, that might be a concern. It mounts on both sides that way. The clearance here between the door and the shelf is really tight. It clears. There's about this much space, like about an inch, inch and a half, which is fine. But it is tight. I have this table that clears by like a millimeter, 2 millimeters. So that's really tight. These brackets here, they rest against the side here. So that could potentially cause some rattling, or I don't think it'll rattle. They provide some little rubber bumpers, but it could cause some wear on the plastic there. It mounts down here, but this doesn't fit, so you have to trim this to make it fit. I don't think I want to trim that, so this is a factory piece. I'm not really comfortable with trimming that. So maybe in a later design they might fix that. So I guess my thoughts are, maybe I don't think it needs to come all the way out like this. It is nice to have a couple more inches of space. And that's useful, but I don't think it's entirely necessary. That's maybe like an additional 4 inches. I think it would be good if they just stopped it right here at this sill, this plastic trim. That might be good. And then I don't think you would really need this extra support. Don't think it would be necessary. And with that eliminated, maybe if there's concern for the stability of this, I think this is sufficient, but they could extend this out here, and that would eliminate the need for this bracket. They really added this bracket so that when the slide is extended, it has a little bit more support. So I mean, I understand that's the way they designed it. For me personally, if I want a shelf, I want it to be more permanent. So I mean, this could easily be made permanent. You just have to figure out some spacers, probably drill out some bigger holes. Maybe a permanent option would be good. If it was shorter and permanent, it would be even more stout. So that would be something that I would be really interested in. But for what this is and what it's designed for, it's excellent. It slides out and makes it easy to access things. It looks good. There's lots of mounting options here on the side, lots of mounting options underneath. Allows you to maintain a lot of storage space under here. You could fit a fridge under there, no problem. Yeah, so main things, I would maybe shorten this by about 4 or 5 inches. Shorten this side, see how it's got that little divot? That's about another 4 inches. I'd maybe trim that back 2 inches, because then that would make clearance so that you could kick those seats back. Yeah, those are my thoughts on it. I do love it. I think it's awesome. If you want to check it out further, we'll be at Overland Expo displaying lots of goodies. So come by and see us and ask any questions you want, and I'll be happy to answer. Thanks for watching, guys.